Hello everyone, your Royce here and welcome to the channel Sansevieria 101. For this episode we're going to do a garden tour for the new year, and this is the new year's feature, and we're going to feature the Sansevierias that we grow in the garden for I think when I started doing videos of them, that was last 2-3 years ago. So this is an update of the plants in the garden, and this is the top rack that I'm showing right now. I have shown it 2 years ago, and this is the update. Some other plants have been also removed from there because they have overgrew the rack that was created. I think the rack is just about 12 inches high, and I didn't know that most Sansevierias would grow more than 12 inches or 1 feet. So this is an update of the plants that are on the rack. If you have viewed the first episode of the channel, and I'm just doing a quick update of how the plants have grown compared to last few years ago. I think it's about 2 to 3 years already, and some plants have been on this rack for about 2 to 3 years as well. So this is the bottom part wherein all the Halley species are positioned. And that's how they have grown since last 2-3 years ago. And there's some additions, more plants positioned beside the wall. There's another rack here that was created. I'm not sure if I can show you. And I'm also using, if you've noticed, the this feature of the phone that is dual. You can see my face while I am doing the featuring the plants here in the garden. Just that I can't control the angle of the front camera, although it's dual. But I can show you the main camera, and then the dual is the one that you do with when you do FaceTime. So it's a dual interface of this phone that I'm using. So this is another rack. I'll move back so you can see how it is. So there's a top rack over there, and I placed the variegated dragon wing, which is the avatar of the Sansevieria 101 channel. And there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flat platform for this special rack that I have made. I had the design, I saw the design online, and I had someone who had to weld out of iron bars or angle bars. As well as we have added this. I am not sure if I have shown this. These racks were installed that were sticking to the wall. I'm not sure if I have featured it on the first episode where we had a garden tour, but this is how it looks like. Some Sansevierias are positioned beside the wall, and there's a rack that is sticking to the wall, as well as there's also a plant rack below it. So everything is being constructed as efficiently as they can be, because I'm starting to run out of spots where I can place or put pots of Sansevierias. So that's actually the rack that we made is from that point up to this point of the wall. So there's still a vacant wall on there that we can make more racks in the future, but right now that is the extent of the rack that is installed beside the wall. So also we have some pots that are positioned also just in this spot, wherein on the topmost portion you would see the very big palm tree that we have. There are a lot of palm trees in here, and I have in my experience, the Sansevierias under the palm trees have grown healthily, or there are minimal fungal infections that occurred when I positioned them beneath these very tall palm trees. So we have also installed a net screen, and the purpose of the net screen is not to filter the sun, but to protect the plants from the palm tree leaves. There are very large leaves that are falling, so each time they would fall, they will damage the Sansevierias below them. So we have installed them to protect the Sansevierias below. So these are the plants that are below the palm trees that we have. There's one other that's being a problem right now, because that palm tree is very tall and very large, and the leaves are also quite large, and when they fall down, they really do some significant damage to the plants that we grow here in the garden. So I'm moving back as I'm showing you all the plants that we have in the section, or that we grow under the palm tree. Here's, by the way, I have featured, it is a very large watermark. So I'm not sure if I have a ruler with me right now, but I think I can get the ruler while I'm showing you plants. Alright, so folks, I managed to get the 24-inch ruler, and this is to let you see how large the plants, the Sansevierias that are located in this spot, wherein they grow very large. This is the dragon wing. This is silver dragon. This is the largest of them is actually the watermark. This is another of the Betelay species, which is very dark in color. Some call it the dark dragon wing, but that is a trade name. This Betelay is or is unconfirmed if it's a hybrid or if it's a species that has lost the ID. This one is collected by Earn Specs, but I have forgotten I can't recall, or I don't have the collection number handy, but that's the one with the red rhizome. This one is a Pepito Mercados hybrid. So those are the plants that are in here. This is also Earn Specs collection. I can't recall the collection numbers outright. And this one is the alwitri species. There are some things that I have to maintain or check later on, because I think some of the leaves are being infested. In the market, people would call this midnight Malawi, but we don't really have that. We don't encourage people to call it midnight Malawi, because midnight Malawi is a different Sansevieria. This one is the alwitrii species of Sansevieria. Alright, so again, this is the spot wherein they're under the palm tree, and these are the plants or Sansevierias in front of our main door. They're also growing healthily. On top, that's the setup on top. They're just at the edge of the roofing, wherein they still receive sufficient sunlight, and they can get some rain, some percentage of raindrop, but not a really full rain, because they're just besides the roof. And in my experience, putting them that way usually saves me from applying pesticides, because rain is acting sort of a repellent for the pest. Rain would keep pests off of them because of the disturbance that they're doing on the leaf part. Especially aphids don't like being wet, so that's one of the what do you call it? Those are one of the methods that I would grow Sansevierias. I would put them just right at the edge of the roof, wherein they would not get too much rain. They would just get half of the rain when it starts raining. And for me, it has worked well. This one is Lavranii, I think. That's grown very, very tall. I do have a pond right now, but I am not able to have it cleaned, so I don't think I want to show you guys. This one also is very, very large. I haven't featured it. This is Sansevieria dumitescens, and this is slightly variegated. This one has a better variegation compared to the clump. There's also another one in there, that's Sansevieria dumitescens. This one is Sansevieria luric. Luric is a trade name for everyone's information. So we are now moving around the garden, where I am showing you all the Sansevierias and update you about the Sansevierias that we have grown for the past when we started making contents for them in the garden. So I'm not really a vlogger, folks, as you know it, because I'm really a breeder or a grower of Sansevierias. Then I started to make videos of them for the purpose of taking records. This one is one of the higher racks that we have. This is a 24-inch ruler, so that's 2 feet over there. So this one I have instructed to have it built 5 feet, I think, because I'm 5'5", and that's almost shoulder level, I think, for me. Alright, so that's the topmost portion, and like I mentioned, I'm trying to be very efficient in making use of the space that we have in the garden or the nursery. So in this spot, this is the other side of the wall. It's the setup is from this point to that end of the wall there. But later on we will be going in that direction. So like I mentioned, there is just one rack, and then there's a transparent screen so that they won't get they won't get too much rain. They like rain, but not too much, so that's why I have to protect them from getting too much rain. So like I mentioned, this is the top rack, and I can move backwards while we are discussing. Also from the top rack, I have some Sansevierias that like to be planted in a hanging setup. So this is this is an unknown hybrid, but I coined the name cephalopodia for it, because they look like cephalopods, especially the tentacles or legs that are resembling squids or octopuses. Below it are the larger species that I have planted. So this is Personii, for everyone's information. This is another of cephalopodia. This is very much identical to Personii, but I think it was gathered in a different location. And again, this is Sansevieria perotii, but not the normal one, because like you see, it's darker compared to there is the normal perotii. I have also featured that in the channel before, and you can see that it is lighter green in color as compared to this other big one. which is blue perotti. I would assume that it be called blue, since the darker color of Sansevieria clones sometimes are referred to as blue or dark green. You can say dark green perotti clone to be more accurate, and this is actually how large it is. So that's the 24-inch ruler. It looks very small as compared to the dark green clone of the perotti, and it has actually a an offset on there, so it's one of the uh, not very prolific as compared to its normal clone or the original perotti species that I have here, which is growing in clumps, but has not bloomed so far. In this on the center part of this area, you'd also have another table setup here. That's actually a steel mesh, and then angle bars that I have made for them, and this is how they look like. It's a mix of Sansevieria species and Sansevieria hybrids. Also, the wall of the sides of the walls of the house I have made, like I mentioned, I want to be efficient in installing the racks, because I have so many Sansevierias, and I want to make sure of all the area or the walls that I can make use of all around the house. So this is another setup wherein the racks are installed directly through the walls of the house, and you can see that they're growing large as well. I'm a bit too busy. These ones are already growing very tall, and they're becoming a problem for me because they want to be replanted as well. Some pots have fallen off. That's the problem in here, because there are a lot of stray cats that are going in and out of the garden. All right, so this is another one of the topmost portion of the side of the garden, and below it are the larger Sansevierias. Like I mentioned, this one is Sansevieria hybrid Katana. Katana is a cross between Trifasciata and I think it's Perotti crossed with Trifasciata, or it was Personi. I can't really recall, but I have all. I think I don't have them featured yet. I'm waiting for them to bloom. Here's another clump of them, so they're quite large. This is the 24-inch ruler, and the 24-inch ruler actually would look very small as compared to the plant that I'm showing you. All right, so another one, another rack on there. I have positioned the Bella affinis Sansevierias, and like I mentioned, they're starting to grow very, very large, and some of them are due for repotting. On the center part, you'd see more Sansevierias in there. This side as well is having a lot of sunlight, so it's also very hot inside that room, so that's why we installed the insulators on there to reflect the light. So there's also a rack installed that side, and then below it are the larger Sansevierias. That's a variegated Mazzoniana that I grow. This is Sansevieria hybrid Florida 13, and I think it's about 6 feet tall. Some of them are already growing more than the space that I have provided them with. On this side is another part of the rack some of the bonsal hybrids are here, so I have removed some of them because some of them need rain. I wouldn't advise folks to put them in a location where it's roofed and leave them very dry for a very long period of time, because that actually would be infested by pests, and you wouldn't want that to happen with your Sansevieria plants. This one is a Trifasciata hybrid. I'm not sure what was paired with the Trifasciata, but it was sold. It's sold as Trifasciata hybrid in the market, so it's also quite large. That's the 24-inch ruler, and that is the Trifasciata hybrid. So this one is the Laurentia. You see how sick it got compared with the Trifasciata hybrid, which are already having another Sansevieria species genes. That's why it's not very. It's not prone to brown spots. You see the brown spots that are happening with Trifasciatas. It's I would say hardier, or not as susceptible as the cultivar of the variegated cultivar of Trifasciata. So we're now on this part of the garden. More bonsal or cylindrica hybrid. This one is cylindrica varpatula. I think I have my own hybrids on here, but I can't spot them right now. Maybe I'll show them one other time. And this one is another hybrid. This is the one that I have already featured. It's a hybrid of Charonsac, and it's the Love Love. It actually has a one fruit on it. I think that's a good fruit, and I'm just waiting for it to ripen up so that I can harvest it. That's all. Just only one fruit formed from the pollination that we did with Sansevieria hybrid Love Love. And like I mentioned, Love Love because the shape is shape of a heart, as I'm showing you. Alright, so this part of the garden is like a forest. Like I said, some Sansevierias really grow nicely under the shade of the tree, maybe palm tree, coconut tree. This one is dwarf coconut, and I have decided to plant a dark coconut in this area to provide extra shade for Sansevierias, and some of the rare species I would grow below it. That's Sansevieria sp vumba, so one of the unconfirmed species. I think it is Kirky eye, but like I mentioned, we need to see its inflorescence if it matches the Kirky eye species of Sansevierias. And I've decided to plant the dwarf coconut because it's not too tall, and if the leaves would drop, it wouldn't cause any significant damage to the plant. And it is tied up because of the couple of storms have visited us during this end of the year. And like I mentioned, below the dwarf coconut, there are a lot of Sansevierias on here. Some of the Sansevieria actually got sick, even though if they're under the shade of the dwarf coconut that I have planted. That's actually Masoniana that got sick on here. It's just one of the Sansevierias that got sick. This is the end part of the rack, still side of the wall, and below it, this one is the Dophorica, and I have featured the one in the middle, which is the variegated Dophorica. And I would say that it's growing well, because the Dophoricas besides it are growing healthfully in this spot, so I would guess that it would grow the same. This is how the top rack looks like. That's the top rack, and this one's below, and this one's the one that Andres was holding before several episodes. It's Sansevieria Disticha BAIC2. I showed you the BAIC3, but this one is the largest BAIC2 that I have. So again, this is the 24-inch ruler, and you would see that it looks dwarfed when I show you the whole BAIC 2, which is now named as Sansevieria Disticha or Distica. This one is Sansevieria Downsy Eye. They're all tied up because it's very heavy. It's also large. It's a large Downsy Eye, and that's to show you how large it is. That's the 24-inch ruler, and the top is getting very heavy. That's why I have to tie it up. It's about more than 2 feet currently, and I'm expecting it to grow taller. It keeps on growing taller, with the exception of if it blooms, then it will start. It will stop growing new leaves, because once the flower bloom grows on the center part of the plant, no new leaves would grow from that spot. Instead, they will start giving offsets for you. Alright, so that's the dwarf coconut, and we also have the umbrella here. It's like a pagoda style, and then this was supposedly something where we would take a cup of coffee and chill, but right now I really have too many Sansevierias, and instead of that being a coffee table, then it became a place where I have to put Sansevierias. And this one is the back part of the garden. So that's actually my biggest silver blue scimitari. I think that is humiflora. This one is silver scimitariformis, so that's how big it is. On top, you would see also more Sansevierias on here. These are Sansevierias that would burn easily with direct sunlight. That's why we have installed that net to protect them. So that's one of the results of extensive sunlight before, when I haven't installed that net to protect them. Alright, so we are currently at the back part of the garden. More Sansevierias to show you, and some peace lilies in here. I would grow some Sansevierias. Almost all my plants are Sansevierias, but some that are air purifiers I would grow also. Just a few of them, like peace lilies, pothos. Here's another part. That's moonshine, and they're growing healthily in that spot as well. On the topmost portion, these are Metallica species, so I have placed all the Metallica species all together. That's Sarah Huffman. You got the beauty queens on there. Quite a good spot for Metallicas to grow. So also, here are some of the seedlings that I have. Spoonleaf seedlings. I haven't shown anyone yet. More seedlings here protected by net. These are Marcia Andiani's clones, and we're almost done. Some more Sansevierias on the ground there, and this one's protected part, wherein I have all my hybrids that I'm growing. So these are to protect them from stray cats and rain and extensive sunlight. So those are where I'm growing my own hybrids. So I'm showing you the setup that I made for them. So it's just like a box, and sort of their cage on it. That's to protect them from the stray animals that visit me in the garden. So those are some of the hybrids that we have grown in our nursery. some more plants on here. Then we're back at the part wherein I have shown you the racks for our Sansevierias when we started. We have Bagamayonnaise on here, and this one is an unknown Sansevieria, just called Roxburghiana hybrid, but we don't really know if the parentage are really correctly noted down or taken. More of our hybrids. And then folks, we're back at the first rack. So I guess this is it for our feature. So if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like what I presented, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I hope you have a great day, Happy New Year, and goodbye.